Welcome to Microsoft Excel 2016. This is a continuation to the intro for the East. I'm your host, Star, and this project is funded under a grant contract with the state of Tennessee. We have a lot to cover in a short period of time, so let's get started. Let's go ahead and open Excel. And from here, we're going to go to new. And let's make this big so we're all looking at it. And let's make sure we're sharing the screen. One moment, please. Okay, so here we are. We're looking at the opening of Microsoft Excel. And let's begin with the data entry in its storage. Okay, Microsoft Excel is its most basic level and actually is one of the excellent applications or tools for both data entry and storage. And in fact, an excellent Excel file size is only limited by your device's computing power and memory. So worksheets can contain at most over 1 million rows and 16,000 columns. So obviously Excel can store a lot of data, enormous amount, right? Not only that, it can feature, it has features such as data forms, which makes it easy for inputting data and viewing data and creating data. And so let's begin, and we're gonna talk about some of the essential pre-populated budgets, and we can look at accounting here for small businesses. So if we go to business, we can narrow it down. And here we have all these applicable features, budgets, calculators, trackers, worksheets, invoice, budgets, forms, proposals, statements, reports. I'm not sure if I mentioned that twice, but essentially Excel even includes accounting and budgeting templates for easy use. From essentially here, there's built-in calculated formulas, features available to help us organize and synchronize the results. Now, collecting the data is another great. We'll go ahead and open the balance sheet, but collection of data and a verification of businesses data is another great handy overuse of tool that's essentially in need in today's economy. Scheduling. So if we're looking for scheduling, we can come back here, and it's vitally important to know scheduling in today's economy. Once again, a conference room resource schedule sheet, maybe, right, something like that. And we can really look that up here. We can look up for practically anything that we're needing to expand our horizon, right? So scheduling, maybe if I just put schedule, but here's academic schedule, loan amortization, project timeline. So it depends on what kind of schedule we're looking for, right? Yes, so scheduling is important. Building a great chart, right? So charts, understanding charts, as far as for businesses, Excel allows businesses users to unlock the potential of their data. So using formula across a grid of cells, And so let's look at the 10 tips for charts here. That's provided to us through Microsoft Excel. Using pie charts, graphs, and clustered column adds meaning to our data, which otherwise may just exist as rows after rows of numbers, right? So these visualizations can add for us extra emphasis to the business reports and marketing material persuasive aspects. Now, keep in mind, this is a pre-populated tip provided through Microsoft. So, and it's even given us, step by step on how to go about learning and understanding the process of charts. Okay, so this is a walkthrough tutorial. Here's page 10 to find all the results. Okay. Administrative and managerial tools. That's also another great feature as far as a tool to use through Excel. Let's go back to our new. So one aspect of managerial duties is creating and outlining business processes. This aids in optimization and creating an effective tool for, say, the organization procedures. So it gives us like the flow chart. Let's look at that. So if we open here and click on flow chart, and if we wait for that, this includes text, pictures, and animation. Okay, so here's a basic one. So here's a basic flow chart, and it walks you through understanding the process of the map. It walks us through the process map itself, and then the Visio tutorial. And if you click on try now, then you begin to the website, of course, because you need to purchase that particular Visio application. So we'll go ahead and just close that. No, thank you, not today. Bringing data together. Excellent way to do that through Microsoft Excel. It can be used to bring information from various files and documents together so that it exists in a single location, as well as raw data and information from other spreadsheets. So you can, copy paste information in for management and organization purposes. It's also possible to import text and images. So we can insert that through here. You can use the insert. We can use the copy paste features. We can insert text. Here's our text. And other objects can also be added using insert tabs, like spreadsheets can be added to the file. There's also some investment worksheets, workbooks that Microsoft Excel is great at tracking. So maybe we can click on return. Yeah, we'll click on return on investment. And let's see what we get. Okay, maybe what we're really looking here more for business sale, about sales. Forecast, and it's for small business. And so here we have our sale forecasts, our forecast input, and then our list of sales and regions. If we go back to new, and if we go to business, here is a small business profit and loss statement. Once again, all you have to do is enter the company's name and the period coverage of the profit and loss statement, and then update the product details under the sales revenue and cost of sales, and then enter your values in the column C, D, and E. And then you will expect to see the totals, because this has already for us the pre-populated totals. So all we're doing here is filling in our company's information. Okay. Online access, once again, you can access Microsoft Excel if we have the 365 Office 365 productivity suite. That means you can have multiple of devices from range of devices. So multiple of employees have access to the program from multiple devices. And also from any location, which means providing they have web enabled in the computer or laptop or smart device that they're using, right, to access the Excel, which makes it remote and mobile working very accessible. Now, of course, all in all, Microsoft Excel is a wonderful tool for business owners. Really, even for personal use, I use it for any accounting or budgeting purposes. There's so many great uses for Excel. Yes. Next thing we're going to cover here is our printing process. So let's go ahead and first open a sheet or a workbook that has some data. This one, yes, so this has some data entry for us here. So within the File tab, we'll go ahead and click on the Print. And so you can turn your small business into a small printing press without having to enlist graphic designers, desktop publishers, or layout personnel. And yeah, so we can all do that within the page setup here. And one other thing so yes, keep in mind that's within the print. Now we can go to our share feature, and once again, we can email it, the template. That is, Microsoft has thousands of these templates. We can email it directly from here. If we have our email configured, we can share it to the cloud and collaborate among groups if we're working on a project. Now, let's go back to the first table we opened here. Yes, understanding the mapping. Okay, one moment. Okay, so keep in mind that Microsoft has thousands of free Excel templates on the website too. So these are just some of which I narrow down to the word budget. So rather having rather than having to design your own, say, invoice or expense report from scratch, you can download and tweak the creation. Let's go ahead and open a budget, and we're gonna do a monthly personal budget, and we'll go ahead and create that. And so templates are handy for those that aren't comfortable navigating around Excel or haven't yet aced Accounting 101. Because as you can see, designing your own accounting templates requires 100% precision. If one cell isn't working correctly, you might have winded up, wasting your time because it'll end up erroring out as far as the template. Templates also are plug and play with pre-filled formulas. So as you can see, if we select this cell, this is an entry, this is a formula. We have here our equation equals sum, the total of E6 through E7. Let's highlight that just to see, that's what I'm reviewing, the sum. So yes, templates are plug and play formulas. They're significantly speed up your expense tracking and analysis, right? Because it's so much easier to just have a pre-populated with formulas to precision already equated for us. So let's say you're looking for a bank statement and you want to know how much a business spends on an inventory purchase. You can select certain ranges and then find, search for the sum if between the range. You see what I'm getting at? So we can say if we're highlighting from here to here, and let's say we're looking for the inventory purchase. So let's put, we're looking for the inventory purchase. We want to go ahead and press the equal symbol. So equal sum. Again, we're assuming that this was the inventory. Unless we want to just go ahead and open an actual inventory. Let's see, we should have one. Nope, we don't want to save it. We'll close that out. And then we'll come here and we'll go look for inventory. Sales might be it, but personal inventory, that's fine. The personal inventory really is just a pre-formatted with already the total for the values. As you can see, you just come here and add in your values. Whatever the items are. I'm just randomly filling in some digits to demonstrate the, excuse me, to demonstrate how we go about creating an inventory expense as far as for our purchases. I'll stop there. So if we want to come here and then click equal and do, but see, I'd have to change that to order. That's too much for now. This is where the pre-populated formulas comes in nice and handy. This is what I'm talking about. Why redo something when it's already been done for us. So all the formulas and additional functions are going to be available to us here. And if we are looking for a particular formula that's not here for some reason, we can insert the function. But all our statistical range of formulas are available through the pre-populated forms. Okay, now what if we're looking to export this? So if we export this file, we have the option to export it as a PDF, XPDF. And from here, we can go ahead and click on create. And so this loads up for us our file explorer, where we get to choose where we want to locate our file for saving purposes. So I'm going to choose this PC desktop, and I've created a folder, called it me. And so I'm going to save this personal inventory that we've just created in a directory called this PC desktop me. Before we hit save or publish, because this is more of a Excel worksheet, we can review our options. This is where we have the ability to indicate certain areas to be ignored. If we would want to reveal the entire workbook to the public, we can select a selection, so select certain range of items to be visible. If we want to share the entire book, we have to make sure we click on entire workbook. Otherwise, they're not going to be able to see the entire workbook. And then here we'll go ahead and click on the PDF, and then we'll say okay, and then publish. And so it's going to be saved there, and here it is. So it published it and it opened it for us in our PDF file. So I'm going to close that and close this. Don't save, and we'll work on that later. There might be a couple more items for us to look at there. This is a balance sheet. We can close that. Now, if we go to the me directory, we should see the personal monthly, oh no, personal inventory. There it is, PDF. And we have it. So now that it's in a PDF, we have the ability to go to file, and we should be able to, within the properties, go to security and encrypt it. We want to look for encryption. Unless that was within the Microsoft and I missed that opportunity. I might have missed that opportunity. But I was going to show you the password protection for it once you converted to the file to a PDF. But that is that. Now let's go back to some of our worksheets that are open here. And let's cover. So the next thing we want to look at that is essentially of need is a pivot tables. These have said to be handy when it comes to working for 500 Fortune companies. They're the most powerful Excel features. They help reorganize data, present it more logically. So accountants use the tool to process bank statements and other financial data. For example, if a bank statement typically lists transactions chronologically, which doesn't help you understand where your money went that month, you can make a pivot table to put your income in categories and expense on the bank statement, and then collapse and then the order inventory. So here we can see products 5s, and actually we have the structure here that gives us our ability to adjust all our fields. Okay. If we go to the source data, this is where we enter all our products information, the customers, the years, quarter, amount, and timeline. The start of it, of course, was the description of what we're about to be doing and how to understand the process of it. And then here's the sample that's been broken down. Now, budgeting is another great tool that can be utilized whether for personal or for small businesses, right? Or corporate, most likely not, just because it's too complex to handle with the utilization of Excel. You can also, here's our income, here's our expenses. And once again, these are pre-populated templates. What's nice about them, the other template that's handy and utilized frequently is the invoice. So we can come here to our search and search for invoices. And this will give us a list of selection. We have a simple, we have a sales invoice, the billing statement, invoice tracker. So Microsoft Word also has invoice templates, but I wouldn't recommend using them because Word templates cannot do any arithmetic for you. So Excel invoice templates is automatically some invoice line items, which means it reduces the risk of human error. Anytime there's human data entry involved, there's likely for errors. So you wouldn't want to be responsible for underbilling a client because of, mistake. Now, expense report, there's also that. We can, go back to our search field. Now, every time you reimburse an employee, for instance, for mileages or for whatever, you obviously we need a receipt, right? So we should have a receipt and then expense report that tallies all costs in one document. So there are hundreds of expense report templates to choose from, as you can see. You can also go online and there are much, much more. These are just a glimpse because I have the 2016 version, not the Office 365. So with the Office 365, there's much more available options. There's also account receivables too. So we can search for that here. Maybe receivable, maybe in accounting payable, maybe they're two together, or it might be in this invoice tracker. Take a look at it. So this invoice tracker just really has the outstanding balance, payment. So you're just creating an invoice to track the worksheet. All you have to do is enter your details. So that's that. Bank reconciliation, those are also templates that are available to us. There's a monthly bank reconciliation template. And one of the bookkeeping basics compares your company accounting records with its bank statements. So you can put both side by side in Excel and quickly, scrutinize in any discrepancies. Now, many accounting softwares also have bank reconciliation tools, but I prefer to use Excel to perform monthly reconciliations just because of its no frills interface. And it's, of course, starts with bank reconciliations by downloading the Excel version, as we can see. Here's our withdrawals. Now, there's also some tutorials available to you. So if we go back to the new, and if we look for tour, let's see all that's available to us. So we have the pivot tour, pie chart tour. So you can take those to get a more comprehensive understanding of how it all works together. These are all, goodness, photo family tree. That's interesting. It's actually really neat. So that's fun, which I was unaware of that even was there. And of course, if you are doing this, you can insert your images of the individuals to complete this family tree. We can change the ordering of this. We can change the style. There's a style. Yeah, I think I like the default anyhow. You can do a color theme behind it, splash color. And as far as inserting pictures, we should be able to, let's see, well, we have the ability to paste here. So that means we should be able to copy images if we had images saved elsewhere. Let me close this and close that. In this. And did I close the other one too? No. Okay, good. So as far as images, if we have an image and we're doing that family tree, I know is a side thing of the small business, but I'm just going to copy that just for giggles. And we're going to go back to our Excel and I'm just going to paste it here. It might be too big. Yep, it's too big for it because it's a really, really small space, as you can see, because we're using Excel. But it is interesting to see, quite kind of interested in seeing if Word has the family tree. Let's find out. Because with Word, you can easily no, they don't have it, but you can easily copy paste it, meaning, so let's see if we have this and if we come here and if this is our Word and this is our Excel, don't know if you're going to be able to copy and see, but that's an entire cell, right? But let's find out what happens. Okay, so it didn't work because that's one of our pups that didn't work. But it was worth a try. But yes, so that's Excel. Where are we at with timing? We got about 5 minutes. Let's go ahead and say we're saving this to a flash drive. So it would be a portable drive that we can take to the public library and print it. And so I'm going to go ahead and click on browse. And then on the left column, I'm going to go ahead and find your drive, and it's not there. Let me insert it. Okay, and there it is. We immediately see the Scan E, which is my external flash drive, loads up. And these are my folders that I've created within the external drive. And then we'll just put it in the resume. And we can just go ahead and hit save from there. Micro, okay, yeah, okay, fine. Okay. And let's go ahead and close this. Yes, we know. Okay, finally, we're out of that. We don't want to save that. And so a new day has come and we want to open our document, and we'll go to our E, which is the external. We saved it in resume, and there it is. And so we have the document we saved. If we wanted to export this, we can export it as a PDF. We'll go ahead and click on that, and we can see it's going to be saved as a PDF. And then from the left column here, we want to choose our directory. So we're saving it to this computer, to the E drive, and then to the folder called resume. And let's look at options and see what we've done here. This is checked because we want to convert a PDF. We can leave that checked, and then we'll go ahead and we'll publish that. Publish meaning we're just sending it to a PDF version, and there it is. It's published, as you can see, and PDF. And here we can edit our PDF if we must. We can make some notations. The fill and sign, if you have these applicable, you can go to file and you can email it if necessary. You can get it signed, you can print it, and you can review the most recent filed saved files. And we can make comments if needed in tools. So if we go to our tools, comment, not much really to comment. The entire thing is an image. So with an image, there's no commenting accessible, which makes perfect sense because the entire thing became exported as a picture, which means we cannot section it into columns like text, words, and such. So that's that. Now, let's go ahead and close this, and let's safely get out our flash drive so that we don't corrupt our data. Always exit that. And let's revisit our Excel. And let's go ahead and open one of that report I had removed it. Fine. We'll go ahead and go to new, and we will go ahead and open monthly budget. Okay, so the monthly budget is open and we're working on it. And let's say we need to work on other workbooks, right? So this is our budget overview. Here's the summary, the expense, the income, and so forth, and the additional data. So if we need to access a new sheet, we can go to our customized quick access tool and then click on new, and that presents to us that new document tab, which allows for quick efficiency, data entry, and management. Now, the customized access toolbar also gives us the ability to display the undo and redo. I'm just entering some numbers here just to demonstrate. So we don't see the undo and we need to undo, assuming we have no knowledge of the Control Z, which is the short keyboard cut. Control Z as in zebra is to undo. But if we don't see it here, all we have to do is come to our eject icon here, that little drop down, and then scroll about halfway down. In there, you'll see the undo. And now we see it available, undo. That's our time there, letting us know we're wrapping it up. So that's that. Hopefully that was a very insightful session. We can go ahead and close our monthly budget. And let's review back our PowerPoint. Now, keep in mind that there is also a free one-on-one session sign up. They are limited seats. They're offered on the second Tuesday of every month from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. This is for the West Polk Public Library, and their phone number is 423-338-4536. Their hours are Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern Time, and Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, and they're closed on Sunday. This has been a blessing. Thank you, and I look forward to future sessions. Have a wonderful day.